Okay.
We're on.
I had to get back into it then, didn't I? I was like,
Yeah.
what? Hi, welcome to our kitchen. My name's Tracy.
And I'm Bryony. Hi to everybody watching us on YouTube, Facebook, and the Cooks Collective. If you are watching, we want to know. So let us know with a like, thumbs up, or make a comment.
Or ask a question.
Or ask a question.
So today we're going to show you how to make some beautiful fish cakes with using hot smoked salmon.
Yeah.
And I've already realised that I haven't got a musher. Could I have
fork?
one of those forks? Yeah.
There
Thanks.
you go.
Here's
Here's
one I
one
prepared earlier. All right. So just before we start off, I have steamed some. Well, I'm starting off, aren't I?
You are.
So starting off, I some of ingredients to this. We're going to get the actual fish cakes on to start frying, and then Bryony's going to make some fresh tartar sauce.
We just had a debate about. I always
Tartare
find
or
it must be
tartare?
true.
Is that it?
Yeah.
If it's online, it must
So
be
check
true.
out this salmon that I got. This is from Holy Smoke. If you want to smoke your own salmon, come to our smoke fire class. There's one more date this
Absolutely.
year, and we do hot smoked salmon, and that which is to die for.
I'm going to season.
And but we just picked this up from the shop,
Salt
but it's
flakes.
Holy Smoke, and I couldn't find a plain one, so it's
Morning.
that's all right. I can do with that. I was like, would that be okay? It's just going to add a bit of a flavour. So let me wash
This
my
is just
hands.
such a beautiful thing to put in these in potato cake. So you can play around with this. You can put loads of vegetables in this, and you've got vegetable potato cakes if you want to. It sort of came from what's it called? I keep thinking wattle and daub, but it's not. It's building England with horse poo and straw. That's wattle and
Okay.
daub. If you've got wattle and daub, you won't have in Australia probably walls in your house.
Never heard of it.
Oh, it was in our pub, 600-year-old pub. We
Right.
had wattle and daub walls. Anyway, s- s- bubble and squeak.
Oh, bubble and squeak.
Bubble and
I love
squeak.
that.
So this sort of stemmed from bubble and squeak years and years ago. I've had this recipe for absolutely ages, and I just love the hot smoked salmon in here. So to get more, very easy to do. You can, as Brian said, pick up some good quality smoked fish. The one that is smoked locally here in WA is a really fantastic one, and we've got some parsley in here.
And does it have to be salmon? Like,
No.
could you do other
No.
fish? You just want
If
a
you want
firm
to,
flesh or something
If
like
you
that.
want to, a tin of tuna in here is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So it's a very versatile recipe. Or you could put leftover roasted chicken in here, or
okay.
you could put, you could have some fried cabbage, or you could have whatever you've got left over. You could do roasted vegetable potato cakes, couldn't you? You could almost put everything in here bar pavlova. You knew I was going to
Yeah, I
say that.
know.
didn't you? And for seasoning, I've got salt. I've done a really decent pinch of the Murray River salt flakes, as we usually use. The great thing with this is that everything's cooked before it goes in the pan. So once you've mixed it all together, once you've got the egg in, you can actually taste for the seasoning.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on how salty the smoked fish is, because quite often it will be brined beforehand, so that means that it will be fairly salty way through. So just don't add too much salt. Just add a little bit of salt, and then continue on adding it and tasting it. The reason why I am putting salt in here as well is partly due to the fact that we have steamed the potatoes to keep them nice and
Yes.
dry. So I do want salt in the potatoes. And I've actually got white pepper here. I've just done a little tip for the Cook's Collective, when to use white pepper and when to use black pepper.
Yes,
this you could probably use white or black in it, because you've got fish which is fairly sort of light in flavour, but you've also got the fish has been smoked, so that's a little bit more
robust,
sort of gutsy, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it could definitely coat with black pepper. So in here, it's looking quite good, isn't it? I asked Bri to flake the fish up fairly large fairly
flakes,
chunky,
so that as it mixes, it will. It's still going to break down a bit more. So
yeah, you can see how the chunks have broken up into the potatoes. So don't spend too much time doing that. I think Bri got that done in about 16.5 seconds flat, because I was timing her not.
Okay.
So here's our mixture. The egg will just hold it together. And what I'm going to do now is, oh yeah, why don't you? I'm wondering whether I can do that and whether that's silly. No, I'll do that. Won't be silly.
Great smokiness in there.
Is it enough salt in there?
Oh,
touch more. Yeah, touch
we
more.
always a little bit more salt.
Touch more. All right. So it's probably all in there. I probably have put in about a teaspoon of flakes. So
and remembering that the flakes
much bigger in volume.
And is not as salty as well. So as Tracy said, put some in and then add some more. And
pea there.
You can always just keep adding. So you're using a cutter.
I am using a cutter because I have found that these potatoes are a little bit soft. I've probably smushed them too much. My fault.
Too smushed.
Too smushed. Anyway, I quite like using a cutter for this because it's quite easy. You know what I'd love is
your head.
Oh, my head is in the way. Sorry,
somebody's
everyone.
head's in the way.
You know what I'd love is a pastry scraper.
I have one of those too.
The thing is once you've got once you've done
Do you want some oil in here?
Yeah,
you're going to put it straight in.
Yeah, there's a bit of egg in there. So once you've put it into your cutter.
Yes.
Into Bri for
what is it?
Into a cutter.
Still in holiday.
Then you can. You've got this beautiful cake shape. So what we use is the cutters that you can buy in all sorts of kitchenware shops. These cutters, and this one is an 8.5 centimetre one. I just think that's quite a nice size for a normal person,
as opposed to an 8 or a 9.
Dolly,
8.5.
Yeah. Don't use 8 or 9 because it's just not right. You can use whatever size cutter you want, but these are great, aren't they?
Or you can just divide it up.
You can divide it up, but it's a bit sticky. But as I said to Bri, probably a little bit more oil even.
Yeah. Okay.
As I said to Bri, and I've got this pan warming as well. I'm just going to make sure that it's.
So we've got our beautiful Solid Techniques pans. See that sizzle straight away. So as Tracy said, everything's cooked. All we're looking is to get a crust, and the potatoes still warm. So we're not heating it through or anything. We just need a crust. So you need to really get some heat in the pan. Get a decent amount of oil because it's frying in there to get that crust. It's like when we make those sweet potato cakes for the vegetarian class.
Yeah. Totally. So I'm just popping these in. Now, if they get a little bit sticky, just rinse. It's water that's going to repel that potato. So I'm just going to rinse my cutter. You saw that second one didn't come out as easily as the first. So just do that. I can see these are smoking already. So I'm going to turn this gas down under here because we do want a decent crust.
Thanks.
So over to you, Bri, while I'm frying these to do the tartar sauce.
Tartar. I have prepared. I'm going to make mayo mayonnaise. Going to wow you with my 1 minute mayo, if you haven't seen it before. And just prepared. I've chopped some dill. I've got some capers, and the capers we've used the salted capers, which you rinse off. So you can get the ones in brine or the capers in salt. And Tracy was saying you prefer the ones in the salt.
I
as
do.
opposed to
I've
the brine,
just always been taught to use those in, I guess, commercial kitchens. I think I might get 5.5 out of these. So maybe an 8 centimetre cutter would be the way to go. I haven't made these for years. I've always been taught to use salted capers. So therefore, I just think maybe they could be slightly better quality capers that are used for salting.
But I tried to do some research. I couldn't get a proper answer.
Yeah,
So.
it just depends on whether the capers, I guess, are good quality to start off with.
Yeah,
Aren't they?
I need vinegar. Don't know. I just
She's
realised.
thinking.
Can you? Would you mind grabbing the Bragg's apple cider vinegar? I just realised I was like, what am I missing here?
I'm just gonna do this last
I'm
one by
making
hand as
mayonnaise
well.
with Cobra Mistake extra virgin olive oil. Excuse me. Just popping to the shop for some vinegar. Thank you. And the extra light virgin olive oil is a lighter flavour, obviously, than the classic for making mayonnaise. So you can make mayonnaise with like a healthy mayo, healthy oil.
Yeah, otherwise the regular extra virgin olive oil is just too strong, isn't
It's a
it?
dribble for luck.
Yeah, well, you don't actually need to. Are you going to put? Do we put? Do we
Move
put
the
mustard
cakes.
in it or not? Anyway, I've just made a little one by hand.
Okay,
Cameraman's
just getting my
just-
hand.
yeah.
The phone's ringing. The cameraman's
happening.
talking shots.
This is
Tracy's
live.
talking.
Yeah,
I don't know.
There's my little one.
I'm
Have you
making
got that?
mayo. Freeform, like
Yeah,
that one.
freeform.
So I've got an egg in there. It was cold. It's dropped to the bottom. The olive oil and the vinegar, and I'm just going to use my bar mix, which is not plugged in either, and not turning on now. Awesome. What's going on? Okay, this is
Could
not
we
working.
have the other bar mix, please,
Can I-
assistant?
Okay, look, technical. This is what happens when
sitting in the
we
corner
haven't been doing
watching.
it for a month. Wow. Okay.
So that's had the bomb, hasn't it? Meanwhile, back at the frying pan,
Well,
someone's leaving a message now.
yeah.
Back at the frying pan, let's turn that over.
Oh, amazing.
Delicious. Didn't burn that one.
Nice. Because we know what happened last time you did the salmon.
Yeah,
with
okay,
Hayley.
okay. I wasn't going to mention that.
Okay. All right, so straight from the bottom. So I basically emulsify that egg in there. And if you can see that happening, oh, I can see the side camera now. Woohoo. And then I can go up. How's that? Mayo in a minute.
I reckon it probably does take about a minute, doesn't it, to actually
Yeah,
just
because you've got to...
crack the egg in there, measure out the
Oh,
oil.
can you pop some salt in it for me, please? Thanks.
Yes. Good pinch of salt. What's that? Half a teaspoon, teaspoon? Oh, it just depends on how you like
Yeah.
it, doesn't
And
it?
did you want any white pepper in this?
I like it.
Like
Since
it.
we've got it here.
Why not?
A couple of tiny little pinches there.
Tiny little pinches. So you can make mayonnaise with, well, you can use vegetable oils, but olive oil's the healthiest. But vinegar-wise, I always use the apple cider vinegar. Bragg's is awesome because it's
Or
got the
sherry.
mother in it.
I
You
like
make
sherry
mayo with
vinegar.
sherry
Yeah,
vinegar.
yeah, yeah.
Excellent. Otherwise, yeah, I was going to say you can use your white wine vinegar, plain vinegar, lemon juice,
Malt
lime
vinegar, yeah.
juice. Depends what you're putting it with.
I think it needs something a little bit sharper. I mean, you can put lemon juice or lime juice in there. But I think with lime, sometimes, you know how if you have something that needs lime and you
Right.
put lemon in it,
Yeah.
it's not quite right, is it? Don't you find that? I've done that before. I've gone, I haven't got any lemons, but I've got some limes on the tree and put it in. It's
Yeah.
just not quite
Just
right.
not
They've
right.
just got a slightly different flavour profile.
There's my mayo. Absolutely beautiful. And all I'm going to do is mix in that with that some chopped celery, capers, what are they called?
Maybe.
Cornichons.
Do you want to explain what a cornichon is?
It's a pickled dill, baby pickled dill.
It's a little, a little
Cucumber.
pickled cucumber.
And mixing that through.
It's so yummy. It's
And
so
that's
much
your own
nicer.
Tartar. Sounds a
So
bit
much
posh.
nicer than actually, if you did pick up fish and chips from a fish and chip
Yeah.
shop, but you made your own tartar sauce,
Tartar.
I reckon it'd be excellent, don't you? If you went to a good
Absolutely.
fish and chip shop, just on the odd occasion, because of course you can make them at home.
Well, you could
That's
make your
looking really nice.
tartare quicker than picking up
Than
from
going
the
to the
shop on the
shops.
way.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
in the
I think
time
we're just about ready for the
it
fish
takes to
cakes
cook the
whenever
fish and
you are.
chips. I'm ready. Yes, let me switch this out and get the other
What
board
a
in.
quick midweek evening meal this is. I would be serving this with a lovely crunchy salad. Do you know what lettuce I'd go for?
Iceberg?
Yes. We didn't even discuss that.
No.
Because why? Why did
Because
you
it's
think?
crunch. You said a crunchy lettuce.
Yeah. So crunchy lettuce, soft
Soft
fish cakes with, and I can feel that they're nice and warm right the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're
Yeah.
not cold. They're warm.
This one's mine.
That one's yours. Yeah. Probably we may even have some nicer bits on the other side now.
Crunchy
I
bits.
love that one.
Awesome.
I love that one. Let's put this one at the front, Bri, so
All right.
it
Will you
looks really fantastic.
Pop
I'm
it
going
on
to turn
there.
it over and just see. That looks really gorgeous, doesn't it?
Side.
Side camera.
Beautiful.
I don't know what he's talking about. What's not in the
Okay.
centre? Oh yeah, I was going to have it this way round. It was actually here. That's the front one. Beautiful.
It's all about the presentation.
Beautiful.
For the camera.
Let's have it. Yeah, to see. You can see that. That's beautiful.
Okay.
Let's carry on. I'll carry on.
And I'm
This one's
dolloping on
yours.
this, am I?
I reckon just dollop on the top. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
that
wow.
looks good. So I like turning over just before they're served because you can see it's nice and sort
Listening.
of, yeah, glistening. This one probably needs a touch more cooking. Glistening.
Wow.
It's all glistening and looking really gorgeous. And there's my little baby one done by hand.
Beautiful.
A hand create. Love it.
That's it.
So
Excellent.
that
Ooh.
is a very, very quick
Yes.
midweek meal to do, especially if you can get your potatoes on and mush them up. That would be really, really gorgeous. I'm going to have to use this fork, can't I?
I got you another one.
Oh, I
no,
can
you
use
go
this.
that
Let's
one.
just save on washing up.
All
so
right.
we're going to give
so we're
this a
gonna
little bit of a try. Let me
hope
just
it's
pop
not
these
too
over
hot.
here. Oh, I was going to try.
Try the little one. Oh.
Because I'm just. But I need tartar sauce as well on it, like that. And the good thing is that those cornichons and the capers add a really nice sort of sharpness to the sauce. So you can squeeze over some lemon if you want to.
Too much.
But you can buy the capers. Did you tell them about the salt and the brine as opposed to? Yes, I do like. I remember now. It was literally
5
it
minutes
was a
ago.
bit. Well, probably 7. I would say it's quite a long time ago.
Yum.
So yeah, choose your own capers, but rinse them really well because
But
otherwise you just get left with either salt or brine, don't you?
Definitely having the smoked salmon, hot smoked salmon.
Oh
There's great flavour in them.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. So you
I
could
hope
just
you
use
enjoy.
salmon, but the smokiness is, I think, really what
Yeah,
makes it
absolutely delicious. Hope you enjoy
excellent.
those.
Enjoy.
So, cameraman, who's watching us today? I might have to have another bite.
Yeah.
It's delicious, isn't it? Who's watching us today?
Deanne, welcome Tracy. Your trip looked amazing.
Oh, sorry, I just put something in my mouth. Deanne said that Tracy's trip looked fantastic, which it did.
And it did, and we were very, very lucky, Deanne. We felt very blessed, and it was fantastic to see all our wonderful relations and
Yeah, I thought
people
you were going to
over there.
come walking back like this
No,
with
I
all
can't-
that food
no,
in Paris
I've
that
come
you
back.
ate.
I've come back going, right, it's going to be a new pared down me. Now I've said it. Oh, the
it's on
cameraman's
camera.
laughing already.
Excellent.
But no, I'm really into vegetables since I've come back, even more than I was before, and I've been cooking some fab vegetable meals. And there's going to be one on tomorrow at 6 ABC on 7:20. I'm going to be on the radio tomorrow morning. So if you want a beautiful Japanese miso
sorry.
dressing on a salad, Bri's choking, so I'm just filling in time.
Yeah.
On a avocado, radish, walnut, and watercress salad. Tune in at 6:40 to the ABC, and you'll get that recipe as well. They'll have it online.
And
So Deanne, thank you.
Who else have we got?
Kathleen.
Kathleen, hello.
See you back. Your trip looked amazing.
Oh,
Excellent. We'll
thanks,
see you
Kathleen.
tomorrow night, Kathleen. I
Yes,
just saw you
coming
booked
to
for tomorrow night's
Morocco.
class.
Chris Fairheads.
Chris.
Yum.
Yum.
Hello, Chris.
Absolutely.
Are you in
Oh, I get-
Perth, or are you sunning yourself somewhere, or are you off to England? She's always travelling around. That Chris is. Yeah, fantastic.
Kate Goodman.
Kate.
Hello,
Kate.
Kate. She's actually in the kitchen with us.
Yeah.
This is why we're laughing. Hello, Kate. Just waving to Kate. She's waving back.
Kelly, more for you, join.
Oh, hello, Kelly. Lovely to know that you're on the other end. Lovely.
Sarah Baker, great job, lady.
Thank you,
you.
Sarah. I hope you
A
enjoy
little bit
these.
rusty after not being here for, well, her not being here for a month recording.
Yeah.
We'll get that back into it.
Kate asked, how long does your mayo keep for?
How long does my mayo keep for? Good question.
question.
It depends how fresh your eggs are. So if you make mayo as soon as you get the eggs, and if they're from the farmer's market, I mean, it's a bit hard to tell when they're from the shop, isn't it? From the
Just buy good
supermarket.
quality eggs.
Good quality,
yeah, there's
fresh
been a lot
eggs.
of egg chat.
It can definitely a week. I've pushed it to 2. Maybe shouldn't have sometimes. Depends on the freshness.
Yeah, and what
Or I
I
just
find
whip it.
after 2 weeks is that it's
Oils.
not it
to
starts
separate
to
a bit.
separate a bit, but
Yeah.
you know you're only making
I put it in a
that
dish,
much.
In a salad, and it just sort of separated and
Yeah.
left oil at the bottom.
Yeah.
So it depends what you're using it for as well.
I reckon 7 to 10 days is probably
Perfect.
optimum, don't you?
Yes.
Nice fresh eggs, obviously.
Jan Old, looking forward
Hi,
to
Jan.
Hi,
Yes,
Jan.
give them a
Lovely
go.
to know you there.
And Ellie Armand-Jones, hello from Oregon.
Oh,
Ellie
in
Armand
the
Jones
US
is
of
in
A.
America. Wow.
Having fun, no doubt, on one of her tours. Fantastic.
All right, so next week.
Next week, yeah.
You've got Hayley here.
Yep.
So you come back for 1 week, and then I'm gone. No, I'm not going anywhere.
No,
I'll be
you're
over
not
there.
going anywhere. You just don't have to be in front of the camera.
That's right. So you're doing with Hayley a Nourish Bowl, is that
Yes.
right?
So Hayley, our resident nutrition
Expert?
studying is
To be, expert
yeah,
to be, student.
She's doing
student.
lots and lots of study at the moment.
Mm.
So she wants to show you how she makes a Nourish bowl, which is just one of those bowls that has everything that you need in it.
Right.
So we've got a really colourful, very gorgeous combo for you next
Which
week.
is
So Hayley
perfect
will
time
be
of the year. Seems like that's why I just had to go off for a moment
Yeah.
because I sick last week. It's that time of the year where everybody's
we
starting
need
to
to
feel a
nourish
bit.
ourselves.
That's right. A bit run down from running everything on my own for a month, but you know.
She's done a brilliant job, hasn't she, everyone?
Oh, the
Brilliant,
violins
brilliant
are
job.
playing back
Yeah.
there apparently.
Yeah.
So yes, that's next week. Exciting.
Fantastic. We will look forward to joining you. Oh, no, you're joining us.
Join
aren't you?
us, not me.
Next
Tracy and
Tuesday.
Hayley.